You Can't Make This Shit Up with Paul Elam and Tom Golden. Episode 11, When Women Call the Police.
What on earth is all this noise? Man, did somebody call the police?
Look at the lights, man, the sirens. Holy crap, what's going on, Paul?
I think maybe some woman is upset.
And calling the police.
Calling the police. Oh, man, God, welcome to You Can't Make This Shit Up special I'm a Call the Cops edition. For women who get upset over really important, terrible things and they're in real danger, so they call the police to come help them. And we want to acknowledge these women for having the wherewithal to recognize the terrible danger they were in and calling the police for help.
Yes.
And we're almost pretty certain this is the same group of women who would be quick to tell you they don't need a man, but that's a different subject.
So true.
Let's go, starting in the great state of Ohio.
All right.
Home to the Cleveland Browns, who just signed Odell Beckham Jr. To their team. Why they did that, I don't know. The Browns are the worst team in NFL history. They'll never be a winning team. Why would they spend all that money on such a great player? I don't know. But apparently there was a young man in that area who was duly impressed by him being signed, and he went out into the street to celebrate, doing the one-man wave, dancing around a little bit, and a woman saw him in her yard doing that and immediately, of course, called the police. I guess the idea of seeing a happy young man doing a dance out there was just a little bit too much for her, and she felt threatened.
Up and down the street.
On her cell phone, she parks on the side of the road and keeps her and her kids in the car till the cops show up. Now, mind you, this boy didn't have a gun. This boy wasn't, slobbering, or he wasn't drug crazed. He wasn't destroying anything. He was celebrating his football team signing a great football player. And for this, he got the cops called on it. Tom, I don't know what to say.
Well, it's hard to say anything. It's hard to say anything. I mean, and the 911 call is interesting to listen to. We should play that right now. All right to play it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's play it. Play it right now.
911, what is your emergency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm calling because there's someone out in front of our house. We just drove home, and he's yelling and screaming and, flailing his arms. And, I don't want to get my kids out of the car yet because I don't know what's going on.
Okay. All right, and is it white male, black male?
Hold on. It looks like he's mixed, but he's running up and down the street. He's yelling.
Okay. I got an officer going to come over and check. I let him know that you're going to be staying in your car until they get there, okay?
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, damn. How about that? Stay in your car. Stay in your car until the police get there.
Was he black? Was he black? Stay in your car.
Oh, you just can't make this shit up, Paul. It's crazy daisy, eh?
Yeah, it is sad. I mean, I can't believe that the dispatcher didn't ask more questions.
Yes.
Is he destroying anything? Is he threatening anybody? Has he got physical with any person or animal or anything like that? Has he broken any windows? Is he beating on somebody's door? Is he doing anything threatening?
Nope. We'll send an officer.
But he's male.
Yep, and that's the kicker right there.
The woman calling in had a vagina.
And she was afraid.
And
those three things.
I tell you what, Tom, I have seen restraining orders issued on less than that.
Yes, yes.
So anyway, that was just our kickoff story to this. We're going to launch into a few more of women calling the police. And of course, I was joking at the beginning when I said that they were calling for legitimate reasons. They're not, none of them calling for legitimate reasons. They're all calling for the most bullshit reasons you can possibly imagine, and then some. So what's your first one, Tom?
It's crazy, Paul. You know, when Paul first sent me one of these stories with the police calling in, I went to Google, or actually it was Yahoo. I'm not using Google if I can avoid it, but went to Yahoo and typed in "woman calls police when husband" and left the rest blank and hit enter. Oh my goodness. Story after story of these bizarre things came up. I mean, you guys might want to try it, you know, go out and search on that and see what you find, because these crazy stories come up. And let me tell you about one. Here's the headline: "Scooped up Nashville woman calls 911 when husband refuses ice cream run." So he wouldn't go and get ice cream, so she calls 911, Paul. 911, and it gets worse. God, it gets worse. According to the arrest affidavit for the woman, officers responded to her home after she alleged her husband had punched her in the face. Upon arrival, her husband told police there was no evidence that his wife was angry because she wanted him to get her ice cream, but he refused due to being tired from working all day.
So she called the cops and told them he had punched her in the face?
Punched her in the face, which probably should have gotten him thrown in jail, just the accusation. But apparently the cops in wherever this was in Nashville, Tennessee, are onto her. And it says the woman admitted then that she had not been assaulted and just wanted police there so her husband would calm down.
And of course, they did not take her to jail.
Well, that's the funniest part of the story, Paul. The officer says he notified the woman it was a crime to file a false report and she would be placed under arrest. The woman first asked to use the bathroom, which she was allowed to do as long as the door was left cracked open. Police say after 2 minutes, they heard a window open followed by a loud thud. And no, that was not a poo going down the drain. The woman had jumped through the bathroom window and fled the scene.
She got away?
Well, she was later captured and booked into the Davidson County Jail for filing a false report and evading arrest.
Now, see, I had not actually read that story. I read reading that story, and I would have assumed, maybe the world's getting better, Tom. I would have assumed that the police would have said, "Don't do that anymore, darling," or if you do it again, we're going to tell you not to do it again.
Yeah, or gone to the bathroom window and said, "Come back, we'll get the ice cream."
Yes. That's VAWA training for police.
Man, I'm telling you, it's just incredible. But yeah, the remarkable thing is the Nashville Police, and they get a gold star in my book. You know,
absolutely,
for the false report arrest. Oh my gosh, that's huge.
Hashtag lock her up.
I mean, this woman probably did not expect this at all. She's probably heard her friend say, "All I had to do was say that my husband hit me, and that was all it took."
Oh, you know, she just knew they were going to haul him out of that house.
Yep.
He just knew there wasn't going to be a finger laid on her, that all she had to do was, you know, give the damsel routine, say that he had been assaulted, and that he would end up in jail for not getting her fucking ice cream.
Oh, God. She went out through the bathroom window, escorted by police. From Tennessee. Oh, God. So that's a good one, eh?
Oh, man, that is.
We should have done that one last.
We probably should have done that one last, but that's okay.
Actually, the last one is going to have a somewhat happy ending, too. So,
not the very last one.
Oh, no, that's true.
Oh, yeah. We got an honorable mention coming up, but we'll get to that later.
I forgot all about it. So what's your next one, Paul?
Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, a woman called the police on her husband because he went to the store and got the wrong kind of chicken. See, he actually got the chicken.
I got the wrong kind, though.
Chicken, but he got the wrong kind.
What the hell?
And she called the police. Now,
he was a breast man.
Yeah, he must have been. He must have gotten breasts, and she wanted wings.
The legs.
something like that. But
Call the police.
she called the police,
Oh God.
and not that he didn't get the chicken, but that he got the wrong kind of chicken.
How do you explain that to a cop?
Well, and the thing is, how on earth is it that the cops even came
Really?
on a fucked up call like that?
Maybe she told
Plus,
something different.
add this to the insult, and this one does not have a good ending. It actually has an awful ending. They were arguing so fiercely about this stupid fucking chicken that the cops split them up and forced him out of the house.
What?
He had to agree to go spend the night with his father in order to get the cops out of there. Link below.
Oh God.
And this is a lot of police training, what they get.
Right.
If they got a situation where nobody's really been assaulted, nobody's really going to jail, they try to get the couple to separate. And of course, they're not going to tell the woman to leave.
Right.
They tell the man, you need to find a place to go
Wow.
so that you don't end up in jail. Now, I don't know if that last part actually came into play here, but the story spells it out. I've heard about these scenarios so many times from men who've been accused falsely.
Yes.
And the cops do come and they say, well, to prevent somebody from going to jail, you need to leave. And I'm thinking, man, that bitch wanted that chicken bad enough. She can leave and go get the chicken and go find a place to stay while she's out.
Yeah.
But it really was a bad story in the end.
Yeah.
And this woman, for calling the police, they should have laughed in her face.
You would think so.
They should have absolutely laughed in her face and hung up on her. And if they came out, if I was a cop, I'd have figured out a reason to put her in a squad car.
Yes, you would think so.
Just for wasting police time.
Really?
But man, the idea, I'm going to call the police because you got the wrong kind of chicken. And she thought this was like perfectly fucking normal behavior because that's what women get to do. Because largely police have trained them. That's what they can do.
Yep.
And we got to be honest about that. As much as I admire and respect most cops, police departments as a whole, their policy totally screwed.
Yeah. It's crazy.
So what comes next, Tom?
Oh my gosh. Now, where was that one, Paul?
That was in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. So Wisconsin gets a D for their police work.
Yes. That
We're gonna-
that particular police department does, for sure.
We're going to move on to Waco, Texas.
Oh, man. All
Waco,
kind of funny
Texas.
stuff happens there.
Sirens blaring. Woman calls 911 about waiting for nuggets at McDonald's.
No.
Yeah. She was in line in the drive-thru, and she thought it was taking too much time. And so what'd she do? She called 911. Listen to this first line. This is actually pretty clever. Police in Central Texas say a woman fell into a foul mood when a fast food restaurant took too long in delivering her chicken nuggets, and she called 911 to complain. You cannot make this shit up.
Can you say crazy bitch?
Crazy bitch is right. Waco Police Sergeant Patrick Swanton said Monday the woman wanted the nuggets given to her for free because of the delay. Actually, and guess what she did? She was in the line, the drive-thru. She wouldn't move.
Oh, man.
She wouldn't move. So can you imagine the line that's forming behind her? And she says, I'm not leaving until I get my McNuggets for free.
And nobody else is getting their orders until
Apparently there were some choice words between her and the staff, but she was not budging. Swanton says the woman was parked in the drive-thru lane at McDonald's, refusing to budge and being confrontational with employees as vehicles lined up behind her. Oh, man.
Say crazy entitled bitch.
Yes. That's along with it. A restaurant employee called 911 on Friday night to have police move the woman along, and officers were responding when the woman also made her call to 911 to complain. So the cops got two calls, one from McDonald's and one from this woman about waiting too long. And apparently the cops came and said, move along, lady, or there's trouble. And it took them a while, but they got it done. The unidentified woman was given her money back and told to leave without her nuggets.
Now, yeah, it's good. Take. Here's your money. Now hit the fucking road.
Yeah, really.
But, in all fairness, if
You're going to defend her with the nuggets?
No, I'm not defending her. No, at all.
I didn't think you would. Something told me you wouldn't.
I think the manager should have given her a box of nuggets and helped her shove them where the sun don't shine. But I do got to say, man, what's up with McDonald's? If you can get police on a scene before you can finish an order of nuggets, something is wrong.
Maybe she should have gotten them for free.
And I'm just getting in touch with my rationalization hamster, the feminist side of forever.
Oh,
She's
God.
entitled to those. She paid for them.
Oh, the McNuggets.
Oh, man.
Oh,
These
geez.
are, folks, those were 4 stories just plucked off the surface.
Really? No deep digging for this.
No deep
Search
digging.
yourself and see what you find. It's really amazing what you can find.
And I'm glad we can laugh at it here, because I tell you what, some of the guys I deal with, Tom, that I work with, that have been through,
Yeah.
it ain't funny.
It ain't funny at all, man.
Cops
And
show
when it's
up.
you, it
looking
really
for
ain't
arrest.
funny.
No, it's not
That's
funny
it.
at all.
That's it. That's it. But these
Lord.
are just so ridiculous that it shows.
So why don't we end things up with an honorable mention, and talk about just a little bit of equal time for the guys.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that's only fair, Paul.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it's not like, it's not like that feminists or women have the market cornered on crazy pants. They don't.
That is correct.
They may be the major market share, but they don't have the market cornered.
Yeah, probably not.
There is a man, you'll see in a link below, a man in England, and I forget exactly where, but I mean, the whole country's weird anyway. English people,
It is
little on
now.
the strange side sometimes in some ways. But this guy identifies as a dog. And he dresses up in dog attire, and he greets friends, I guess, by humping their leg.
Or sniffing their butts.
Or sniffing their butts and biting their collars and wagging his fake tail. I mean, this is weird. And it turns out there's like a community of people online that identify as pups. It's like Pup Central or some shit like that. You can read about it in the link below. Now, the question is this an offshoot of the insanity of identity politics? Or is this just, I mean, Tom, you're an eminently qualified mental health professional. What's your take on, I mean, there's nothing in the DSM-5, I don't think, about taking on the persona of a pet, of an animal.
Not that I can remember, Paul. But the first question I would have for him would be, when did you first identify as a dog? Was it when you were 2 or 3?
In
Or
his
was it-
childhood,
Oh, is that right?
yes.
Well, then maybe we need to start making bathrooms for men, women, other, and dogs. You know? We're going to complicate the bathroom scene. Or just have one for all, you know? Everybody goes
Hey,
in.
you know what? We could set the dog community against the transgender community and let them fight it out for who gets the next specialty bathroom. But dogs, all they need is a yard or a piece of
Really? Or a fire hydrant, man.
paper.
He shouldn't need anything special. That's a good point.
As a lot of you guys know, I do fee-for-service counseling online with people. And I just want to say, with all fairness, if that's your problem, please contact Tom. Just
Oh,
write me.
mackerel. I
I'll
love
send you an
dogs.
email.
I love dogs, but That's as far as we'll go with that.
No, I mean, it's just like very strange. No, and this guy went into a lot of detail. He sniffs on people and he spends his free time at home.
Tell me he eats out of a bowl.
On all four, eating out of a bowl.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. Well, he's true to his identity, eh?
Well,
Eats out of a bowl?
eats out of a bowl.
Yeah.
I guess that's okay for soup, but
I don't know. Without a spoon, it'd be pretty tough, man.
yeah, try that with fried chicken, see how it works out.
You and I would have a particularly tough time.
Yes, we would.
Everything would get all messed up.
But anyways, that was 4 You Can't Make This Shits Up.
And plus
one
the
bonus,
honorable mention.
an honorable mention.
But
a
it's
guy
true.
who finally made the ranks.
Feminists do not have a corner on the market of crazy.
Nope, they don't.
You know, this guy joins them in that subset.
They are, however, the Goldman Sachs of crazy.
I like that. Oh, God, it's so true. But you can't make this shit up, Paul.
No, you can't make this shit up.
Make it up.
And we will be back in one more week, thereabouts, something like that, with another 4 stories that you can't possibly make up. Gee,
Indeed.
where will we ever find unbelievable stories about women, Tom?
I don't know, Paul.
We'll just have to look really hard.
Look long and hard. We'll figure it out.
In the meantime, get your tickets for ICMI. Meet Tom and I both coming up this summer in Chicago.
Yeah.
We're going to have fun.
It is going to be fun. It is going to be fun. We're going to have a good time. So come on and join us.
Link below.
We'll see you there.
And
All right.
we'll see you guys next time.
All right. You take care. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, wait a minute. Dang, turn the fucking thing off, right, Paul?
Turn the fucking thing off, man.